morning, and it's a pleasure to be here. Uh, I'm kind of a last-minute entrant, and I have to fill up a space. I am trying to be doing that. I think it was a great session, uh, and I'm very positive about what's happening and where we are moving. Actually, a couple of points that I and will not want to repeat. I think we are all there. We are 3 trillion plus economy. We are looking at 2027, 5 trillion, maybe earlier. We are looking at 10 trillion in 2035, maybe earlier. And surely with the youth workforce, I believe almost about 300 million youth now, I suppose we are all set. As Dr. Vishwanathan just mentioned, I think the policy is right. We are working towards creating a legal and regulatory infrastructure which kind of supports to investment, which kind of does simplify procedures. And therefore, I think the fact that we jumped 23 ranks in the ease of doing business to, we're talking about ease of justice, we're talking of reforms in form of the mediation. I'm very excited particularly about the mediation bill act as it comes, because my personal experience also goes to the fact that litigation has not worked and probably arbitration has not worked either. From my experience, I think globally we've seen mediation do very well. So that's a great lead. Data Protection Act, we call it the Digital Data Protection Act now. I think that's wonderful, and the way it's done is, significant years have gone by. I think we're talking about 2019, etc. But I think the way it's come up it's tremendous. It could not have been more simpler. There are views that and I'm saying this more from a IT and a information technology industry perspective. We have been always questioned all over the world, particularly when we did so well in the services side, as to how do you take the data to India and how do you ensure that it is safe? This is a repeated question asked, and in the absence of legislation and always justifying, the IT rules, etc., and the IT Act and the IPC and the procedure, etc., it's been a difficult task. I think this legislation is a great work. It's very simple, of course. There are views, but the rules will help. You mentioned about labor laws. I think that is key. I think it's been a while, but we did need to see the courts, etc. So that implementation is very important. IBC, to my mind, it's been a great step forward, and so has been the GST. The Gati Shakti program, which aims to reduce logistics costs by about 8%, is something very great as well. So I think the unicorns, the hundreds of unicorns that we are in, the startups, the advantages being extended to startup, including and there is a negative side to that also in the Data Protection Act also. And then of course simplifying FDI norms, ensure the defense going 74%, etc., is like tremendous. So having said that, I'm very optimistic. We've already landed on the moon. We conquered Earth. We conquered Moon. To my mind, I think this is just the next step, and 5 trillion should be just the reality very soon. Thank you so much, and thank you all, gentlemen. Thank you so much.